front porch. The blood on the porch was later matched to Russell's blood from the fight that he had with Dean, but the other blood evidence was still thought to be Tamra's. As in many cases, the rumors about what happened to Tamra were spinning around town. One of these rumors was that Tamra never even existed, and her family was just using this disappearance as a scam for Social Security money. Of course, this theory was later disproved by hospital records, and I think that this rumor came out of pure ignorance and stereotyping. Tamra's home was also less than 1 block away from the Oscana Center, which was a halfway house for offenders who had made parole. The police thought they were onto a lead when a burned-out Volkswagen was found on the nearby First Nation Reserve. The Volkswagen van had been stolen from a home 10 blocks away from Tamra's house, and it was stolen on the same night of her disappearance. A jail guard named Sherry Ann Rose admitted to the police that she stole the van with a former inmate. Then they picked up Tamra and dumped her in a ravine on the reservation. After this tip, the waterways were drained, but nothing was found. Remains were found in the burned-out van, but they didn't match Tamra. Eventually, Sherry admitted to making the whole story up so that she could get her abusive boyfriend locked up. For this lie, she was charged with mischief and the police were back to square one. Another search was conducted with cadaver dogs in October of 2005, but again, nothing was found, and it was the last major search in her case. 3 people attacked Lorena and accused her of selling Tamra for drugs, which had been another constant rumor in the girl's case. In August of 2008, 7 officers were assigned to specifically work on Tamra's case, and the reward was doubled to $50,000. The most mysterious lead in this case didn't occur until 2014, when a comment appeared on Reddit with a hand-drawn map of the nearby First Nation Reserve, and the poster of this comment claimed that Tamra's remains were inside of a well on the reservation. The poster said that they had found this map in the belongings of a deceased relative, and the grandmother got it from a late aunt, who reportedly drew the map based on visits that she had with an inmate. She said that she had submitted it to the police, but had never gotten a response from them about it. The police took this lead seriously and looked into over 24 wells on the reservation property, but nothing was found, and the police later stated that they didn't believe the map was authentic. There are multiple theories in this case, and I believe it's possible that almost anything could have happened to Tamra. Although her family situation wasn't ideal, Tamra had walked outside of the home alone at night before, and it's very possible that she might have done that again when she was abducted by someone. However, I can't help but think that the timelines of the family just don't add up. Russell was reportedly at the hospital getting stitches, and I'm sure that can be proven through hospital records. Lorena could have been responsible, but I really think she was innocent in her daughter's disappearance. She was willing to submit her DNA to the police, and she allowed them to search her home. Those are 2 things that I don't think a guilty person would do. I genuinely don't believe that she knows what happened to her daughter. Although Dean says that he would never hurt Tamra, I find this time between his fight with Russell and his walk to his aunt's house to be very suspicious. I guess it's possible that he could have been so drunk he passed out multiple times, but I still can't believe that it took him 2 hours to get to a house just minutes away. Between the 3 timelines, I would say that Dean's is the most suspicious. I also can't help but wonder if there was a sexual motive in this case. I know that's a dark thought to speculate on, but most child abductions occur for a sexual purpose, especially when there is a boyfriend or a non-custodial adult living in the home. This theory could apply to Dean or to Russell. I have to believe that whoever abducted Tamra was someone that she knew and someone that she willingly left her bed for. I'm also surprised that none of Tamra's siblings remember anything about that night that could help lead to a suspect in her case, especially Rain, who shared a bed with her and remembered her getting out of the bed. As of now, Lorena still lives with Rain and does odd jobs to survive, such as picking bottles and selling them for cash. Her children were never returned to her legally, and I believe that most of them are adults now. It's very possible that one of them knows more than they have told, or they might remember something that could help in her case. Lorena is still in contact with Dean, and the 2 of them still have a relationship, So if either of them were responsible, it looks like they would have shared that with each other either intentionally or accidentally. Russell has since passed away and never confessed to having anything to do with Tamra's disappearance. Although I used multiple sources for this episode that I will post in the show notes as usual, I do want to give a shout out to Robin Warder at the Trail Went Cold podcast. He covered this case, and he's a Canadian, so I enjoyed listening to his episode on Tamra's case and getting his opinion from up north. Tamra Keepness was 5 years old at the time of her disappearance, and she would be 22 today. She was 3 feet 5 inches tall and weighed around 35 pounds. She had black hair and brown eyes, and it's not known what she was wearing on the night of her disappearance. If you have any information on her case, you can call the Regina Police Service at 306-777-6500. I'm really interested in what you think about this case and what you believe might have happened to Tamra. You can contact me through Facebook or Instagram by searching for Missing Souls Podcast. Please make sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast. It really helps me out, and it will guarantee that you don't miss any future episodes. This month of November, I'll be focusing solely on the cases of the missing Indigenous community, and I'm planning to release extra episodes in between my weekly Monday episodes, so watch out for those. Stay safe, and hold your babies a little closer. Until next Monday, I'm your host, Savannah Robbins, and I speak for the missing.